Golden Bear Nation, welcome to Golden Bear Stadium for tonight's NWOAL matchup between your Bryan Golden Bears and the visiting Swanton Bulldogs. Welcome to the Oberlin Turnbull Countdown to Kickoff. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, family-owned, family-focused. Chris Malenga had a chance to chat with Bryan head coach Grant Redhead, and you'll hear that after this timeout on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Nobody likes an awkward silence. You can actually use it for something good.
You haven't really been yourself lately. Are you okay?
Find out how you can help a friend with their mental health at seizetheawkward.org.
Welcome back out on the Golden Bears Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Coach Grant Redhead of the Bryan Golden Bears. And Coach, a game when the defense, the offense, and the special teams all came together. Best game of the season defensively.
Yeah, it was nice. And, you know, I know Evergreen's struggling. They're 2-5. But, you know, we came out and just played our base defense, what we're good at, and it worked.
Yeah, it absolutely did. And, you know, you guys held them to, I think, 55 yards rushing, or 70 yards rushing, 55 yards passing, and held them to single digits, which was a good situation.
Yeah, I was proud of the way the defense played. And, you know, we still didn't have some of our main guys, and, you know, that we've got back now, so it was good. You know, we had players get quality experience.
Yeah, absolutely. I also felt like even though they were stacking the box with you, you're still able to execute that offensive game plan. Even though they threw a little, you know, threw some guys at you, you're still able to persevere through that and get some good yardage.
Yeah, they were bringing rushers hard off the edge, really trying to keep us contained and not let us get outside. It made it tough at times, but then we just went back to, okay, what do we do? Let's go back to our inside zone and our lead and our power, and that's what Sammy's been good at all year.
You got to take what the defense gives you.
Absolutely.
And I think they may have seen that film from Liberty Center, where Liberty Center was really good at pinching the edge there, but you guys are able to overcome that, which is great. So another league win, and you stay at home again this week, and you welcome in Swanton, who's on a 14-game losing streak, and they've really struggled as of late.
Yeah, you know, their kids play hard, and they just don't have experience in some areas, and you know, they're just down, and you know, you hate to see that. When I first came in, you know, the first 2 years I was here, they thumped us pretty good, and then we beat them year 3 when they were still decent, and since then the last 5-6 years have been a rough stretch for them.
Yeah, they really have, and they've just not played particularly well. They're only averaging, I think, single digits in points, and they're giving up 42, and so that bodes well for an offense like yours.
Yeah, you know, they're struggling in the passing game. Their secondary is not very good, and you know, they've got a lot of young kids there. Their strength is their lines, but yet so many guys are playing both ways, they're getting fatigued.
All right, and we've got some guys that have come back from injury, so getting more people ready. So let's look at them just in all 3 phases of the game. First, offensively.
Offensively, they're going to just try and get 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And it's not the most effective game plan, but I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the yards and keep the clock running and shorten the game, so that way they could only potentially win with a 2-score game. So it does make sense for what he's got. It's just it's not what we do.
How about defensively?
Defensively, I remember seeing that defense when I was in high school. You know,
old school.
It is. It is old school. Doesn't mean it's wrong. Nope. It's just the standard 52 Oklahoma defense, and you know, 2 stand-up ends that are going to keep everybody inside, and you know, 2 tackles and a nose, and there they go. So it's a little different, and it's going to get hard on them when we spread the field.
How does, when they have a defense that's something you don't usually see, is it hard for your guys to adjust to that, or how do you scheme that?
You know, PH gave us a variant of the 50, Liberty gave us a 50. We saw it out of Delta, so what we do is we give people matchup problems that they have to get out of what they're comfortable in, do something different, and then we can exploit it.
We saw that against Patrick Henry. They wanted to bring up a 4th guy on the line, and then when that wasn't working, they really quickly got back into that front. So how about special teams-wise? This is an area you guys have done much, much better on as the season's gone out.
Yeah, you know, kickoff team has done a great job for me. I took that over. I didn't want to yell at Coach Sturt after those 2 touchdowns. And, they respond to me a little bit different when I get on them, and they've done good on our coverage teams, kickoff and punt. Kickoff return, we got to get better.
Yeah.
We didn't get very good yards, and we've replaced some kids on there because they're not getting it done and they're not blocking. So hopefully we'll see some good returns.
Yeah, well, every week we have the Brian Ford Lincoln kickoff contest where we have a person, and if Brian returns the kickoff for an open kickoff for a touchdown, they get $150 from Brian Ford. So we want somebody to win that.
Yeah, I would like to. I mean, it's I don't want to make Chip Wood go broke, but I'd like to get at least one touchdown on a special team.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, this week, it's not homecoming, it's not all the stuff leading up to it. It's basically a football game, and that's what you got to focus on, right?
Yeah, I told the kids, I don't care what their record is, they're still going to come to play.
Yep.
And, you have to come to play. You can't just count it as a W because their record's bad. So we have to show up, we have to play and win the game, and do it in our fashion. So going through that all week, Monday they were a little lax, and I said, hey, remember last year? Swanton gave us a good game last year in the first quarter, and midway into the second quarter, and then we started pulling away. So we need to not do that, come to play from snap one and get after it.
We don't want to really look ahead of teams, but we do have the playoffs looming in a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right now you're sitting at 9, which is just on the outside of hosting a game. I bet you guys would love to get a couple good wins here and be hosting a playoff game at our brand new facility.
Yeah, we would need to win out, and that's not impossible or even improbable. It's just we need to play good football starting tonight for the next 3 weeks, and then let the rankings fall where they may. We don't want to go 3 hours across the state to play, but if it happens, it happens. At least we're in the playoffs and not out.
Yep, absolutely. Real quick, just to talk about injuries, getting healthier as we go on.
Yeah, Maddox Langendorfer's back, Carter Brown's back. All the varsity kids are back, except Jaden Dennis with a broken hand. They wanted to give it 2 weeks just in case after they sat him a previous 2. So, I'm not a doctor and I can't overrule them. And hey, whatever Doc says is what we got to do.
Hopefully they're back for the. If
he gets back for the last 2, that'll be a big help, and especially with the playoffs.
Yep, absolutely. All right, well, Coach, wish you the best of luck against the Bulldogs.
Yep, thank you.
All right, Coach Grant, head of the Bryan Golden Bears, going to take this time out. Come back with more after this on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
To the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project,
we just want to say
thank you!
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium for tonight's game. Well, 143 mini cheerleaders out there. Everybody in pink tonight for breast cancer awareness. And we got a football game to play in the first night where it really kind of feels like football.
Yes, it does. We got some mist coming down here. It's probably cooled down into the mid to upper 50s. Great night for football. Definitely some fall weather ushered in here on this Friday night.
And nice ticket. We set the plate really well last week against Evergreen. Guys did everything they needed to do. The big thing that stood out for me, we knew that Jason and Sam were going to get their yards. That adjustment we made after that one drive that Evergreen had took them out of the game.
It did. And that was absolutely huge for us to, in a game that you, on paper, supposed to win, right? And we'll say, again, the same thing tonight, on paper, supposed to win. Making those adjustments and staying in the game. Maybe after a slow start, you can't have that happen here tonight, but making those adjustments is huge for the Bears moving forward. Not getting caught looking ahead, but looking forward to the next 2 weeks against Wauseon and Archbold.
And it's really tough not to look ahead. When you look at the computer points, 9th in the region and controlling our own destiny. But I tell you what, it'd be really good to win this out and be able to host a game in the first round.
Absolutely. And so to again, not get caught looking ahead to the next 3, take care of business tonight, build moving forward, and just focus on going 1-0 each week, and that's going to get you to where you want to go.
Exactly. Let's take a look at this visiting team from Swanton. no wins in their last 24 games,
and only one win in 28. And that's what Swanton tonight is going to try to do, is play the role of spoiler. They're sitting at 0-7. Likely at this point, barring some kind of, I hate to say, some kind of miracle, not looking at going to the playoffs. They have to win out, and even at that, that's a long shot, right? I don't think they've been mathematically eliminated yet. This would make their season to stay with the Bears tonight and come out with a victory. So that's something the Bears are going to have to do, is come out early and not let this be a game heading into the second half.
And it's basic pumpkin spice season, and what we're going to see tonight from this Swanton team is basic pumpkin spice.
Yes, it is.
Oklahoma 5-2 defense that most of us played in Pee Wee football.
Yep.
And almost a modern day version of the veer, where it's a 21 package, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. They don't really spread it out. They don't throw it a lot. It is run left, run right. I got to watch a little bit of film on them from the Hicksville game. And the one thing I noticed is it's very basic. I didn't see a bunch of stunts and twists on defense, not a lot of pulling guards on offense. Pretty straightforward football.
Yep, and I think you see that reflected. They averaged 10 points per game last year, 5.7. So they've dropped. I hate to say you've gotten more basic. You've gotten more pumpkin spice latte. Okay. But we've gotten more pumpkin spice latte. We're sitting at 5.7 points per game, 40 points total for the season. So, I want to say not a lot of, I guess, flavor going on offense there.
It's tough to say, because when you look at their total points scored is about what we average per game. Mm-hmm. So that should say everything we need to know about how this game should go tonight. But you and I both know that it's not one up here in the press box. It's not one on stats. It's one when we get to the game. So it's about time for our national anthem here, sponsored by Veteran Services of Williams County.
The American flag being raised tonight by the veterans of foreign wars, post number 248. We have to remove the three stand and join the Bryan coach as we honor our great country with the singing and the playing of our national anthem.
Awesome job by the Bryan Band once again. Let's take a look at our Carlin Company keys to the game. The Carlin Company Realty and Auctioneers, your hometown real estate company for over 45 years, consistently remain #1 in Williams County and the surrounding areas since 2007. Call us for all of your real estate needs. Let's take a look at this Golden Bear team. What do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, defensively, pick back up where you left off last week. Last week, you let up seven points, okay? Brought down our average for this season, I think, down to about 38,
under
39,
40.
under 40 now.
For the first time this year.
We were sitting right around 42, 43, somewhere in that ballpark. Use tonight to continue to build on that and build confidence on defense heading into the final 2 weeks of the season. We also need to come out strong from the jump and to say bury them early. Don't let them stay in this game. Don't let this be a trap game and get caught looking ahead to the two of the teams that are playing each other, Wauseon and Archbold, who got coming up the next couple weeks. And then stay healthy. Come out of this game healthy, keep your starters healthy, and play a good, clean football game.
And as we look at the Bulldogs tonight, they basically need to double their point total. They got to match their point total for the year. You got to spy Jace. Yep. You got to take him out of the game. And then the other thing they need to do is they need to stop the run. They're running a basic 5-2. If they can get their defensive ends up to seal the edge and force us back inside, they've got a shot. It's kickoff time, folks. Kickoff tonight. Our kickoff is sponsored by Bryan Ford Lincoln. Register for our kickoff contest on Bryan Sports Facebook page. One lucky contestant each week. If the Golden Bears return the opening kick for a touchdown, they get a $150 Bryan Ford gift card. And sorry, no win tonight. Kickoff was short. Flag on the play.
Yeah, that one was a short kickoff there, and we saw it here early. We'll see how the field conditions. Okay, it is turf, but with the mist coming down, how slick this is going to play. That hit about the 28, 25-yard line, and didn't really look like it was going out of bounds to start, and just kind of hit the turf and kind of skidded out of bounds. Yep. So we'll see how the field conditions affect both teams tonight.
Taking a look at our starters tonight after this first play, 2 in the backfield with Jace. First handoff is going to go to Sam. He's over the left-hand side, out over the 40, over the 50, into Swanton territory, inside the 45, down to the 41. Sam Harold with a big run on first down.
Yeah, and those are the plays you want to have early and often if you're the Bears. Chunk plays, chunk play, chunk plays. A great first play there for the Bears.
Looking at the starter for Bryan tonight, Brennan Egner, Devin Egner, Connor Hogan, Rainer Clemens, and Kate Spizak along the front line. After this play, we'll get back to it. Nice to see once again Carter Brown back out there coming off of injury. Harold gets it again over the left side again, spins forward inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Skill guys tonight, Jace Kepler at quarterback. We're starting Damian Wolf and Sam Harold in the backfield. Carter Brown starting at one wide receiver. Drew Hahn and Maddox Langendorfer out on the other side. They just brought off Carter Dominic. Maddox back from injury, so is Caden. Second down, 5 to go for the Golden Bears. High snap, once again, gives it to Sam. This time he's wrapped up. A little slow developing that time with the high snap.
Yeah, just messed up with the timing there, and the Bulldogs were able to get in the backfield there for a tackle for loss and set up a 3rd and long here for the Bears.
And that's one of the things you wonder about with the turf as well. Slick ball, and it's a little different feel coming back. As an old long snapper, wet turf does something to a ball.
It certainly is, and it's different. Turf is already different to play on, obviously, than grass, but especially wet. You think, it might not present some challenges, but it certainly does.
3rd down 8. Jace is going to roll this way. Looks to throw out in the flat. Complete to Brown inside the 30 to about the 27. Going to mark him at the 28. Good for a first down. Nice play.
And that's a great play there on 3rd and long. Just a nice little comeback route there to the outside, and way to get the first down there.
First down, 10 to go. Bryan moving. 10:40 to go here in the first quarter on our main stop scoreboard. Going to be Damian Wolf going the left-hand side, following Sam into the hole inside the 25 to the 20. Nice run by Damian that time, playing off his blocks.
Yep, and the Swanton defense actually did a decent job setting the edge there. Damian cut it right up in front of him and was able to go forward for about 7 yards.
And if we take a look at this Swanton defense, folks will notice what we talk about. There's 5 guys on the line, 2 linebackers. It's a very basic defense with 4 defensive backs behind him, and here comes Sam this way. Nice stiff arm, gets inside the 20, breaks a couple of tackles, powering his way down inside the 10 to the 8. What a run by Sam. That stiff arm was vicious.
Yes, it was, and that's Swan is going to have to wrap him up tonight. If not, he is going to run all over them tonight.
So our starting lineups tonight were presented by Yoder Mechanical and Custom Fabrications. For all your mechanical piping needs, call 419-519-3111. Welcome to the Red Zone. First time of what we hope are many trips tonight for the Golden Bears. Sam coming this way again, inside the 5, met at the 2, hit the pylon, touchdown Golden Bears. One play in the Stockman Lawn Service Red Zone for all your lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying. Call Stockman Lawn Service at 419-636-6572. Powerful drive by the Bears to start. Nice statement.
Exactly how you want to start. Come out, you get the football to start, establish the running game, work the ball down the field, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Oberlin on for the extra point. That drive took 2:05 off the clock. Snap's good, the hold's good, the kick is up, and the kick is good. 9:55 to go in the first quarter here from Golden Bear Stadium near Bryan. Golden Bears strike first, lead Swanton 7-0 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Fountain City Amphitheater provides opportunities for families and friends to have fun at many different events. After winning Season 21 of The Voice on Team Kelly, Girl Named Tom recently performed a free concert on the AMP's incredible outdoor stage, thanks to numerous corporate and family sponsors.
With a 5-tier sponsorship opportunity, you can help support this project and all that is to come. Sponsorships promote brand exposure and include unique bonuses with each tier.
To learn more about how you can help provide quality programming at the AMP, visit cityofbryan.com/FC amphitheater.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Bryan going to kick off after a 65-yard drive that took 2:05 off the clock. All running except for the one first down pickup from Jace. Kickoff going to bounce again on the turf. Hits. Goes into the end zone barely. I wasn't sure if it touched him at first, and then I'm like, oh, this is a live ball.
And if it wasn't so wet, I mean, the turf's going to roll anyways. I thought that might have stopped there close to the goal line, and lucky for Swanton, it did go into the end zone.
So once again, the Bryan defense now as we come out. Going to start with Jacob Uran, Williams, Marquez getting the start tonight, and Rainer Clemens at the end. Jessing, Wolf, and Harold are your linebackers. Langendorfer, Kepler, Dominic, and Schellenberger in the defensive backfield. Pretty much the starting lineup that we get when Jane Dennis hopefully will be back next week from that hand. The doctor said 1 or 2 more, so hopefully we'll get him back next week. Nice senior leadership to come back.
Absolutely. Definitely. That'd be great to have heading into the final 2 weeks of the season.
For this Swanton team, starting a freshman at quarterback. Pro set, sending one in motion. Fumbled on the snap, ball's loose, picked up, nowhere to go, wrapped up. The fumble was on the exchange, picked up by Brennan Mersing, loss of 3. And Sam Harold doing everything tonight makes a stop.
And Swanton lucky there to recover that football. And as we've seen early here in this football game, the conditions are definitely going to affect both teams in some capacity. With the beautiful weather that we've had the first 7 weeks of the season now, 7 weeks of the season, this is a little bit of a different elements for both teams here to deal with tonight.
And, there's not been a lot of rain at all in the first 7 weeks, so you don't even get used to it in practice. 2 in the backfield behind their quarterback. Going to roll this way. Nope. Going to give it up the middle. Nowhere to go again.
Number 6, Drake Harris.
Drake Harris on the carry that time.
On the stop for Bryan, number 54,
Devin Egner on the stop for the Golden Bears.
And Egner just shot the gap there. I don't know if we'll end up seeing the replay, but he was in the backfield immediately there for the Bears. Great stop there by Egner.
One of the things I've noticed about this Swanton team, and they're doing it tonight, I saw it early in the season, is they're one of the few teams that still run their quarterback over to the sideline to get the play.
And we saw that against Delta, too.
Yes.
Really trying to slow the game down. I kind of expect a similar approach here from Swanton.
One back behind Jaden Wilson at quarterback, turns, rolls this way, cuts upfield, throws it out in the flat. The pass is caught, wrapped up, brought down. Pass was
reception, number 23, Jonah Rico.
How about Jonah Rico and Jace Kepler on the stop?
And that's great defense there by the Bears, knowing, okay, you had a 3rd and long situation. You're okay giving up 6 or 7 yards there and forcing a punt.
Keep everything in front of you.
Because that's going to pay off dividends the next couple weeks, being able to get off the field on 3rd and obvious passing situations. And every 3rd down, those money down, 3rd down, money down, getting off the field on 3rd down is absolutely huge for the Bears moving forward.
Punt. Shanked. Cade Carlin back deep. Going to let that one roll. Go out of bounds inside Swanton territory at the 45. 47 is where they're going to mark it out about 46. First down, Golden Bears. They've changed their punter. Their punter used to be their backup quarterback, and it was one of the things that I think that's one of what we were looking for. We had not a punt defense in that time. We had a basic defense with a deep safety.
Yep, absolutely.
And people say, why would you go for it 4th and 10 on your own 22? You're 0-7.
You got nothing. You got nothing to lose. Obviously, you're playing to win every game, but at this point, you got nothing to lose.
And you're playing with house money.
You want to play spoiler.
Wolf and Harold split behind Kepler. Going to give it to Damian Wolf, running that left-hand side again. Inside the 40, dragging Bulldogs with him. Going to be enough for another Bryan first down.
And just a good, tough run there by Damian Wolf. We'll see it on the replay, just dragging guys with him there for a first down.
And a huge thanks to Welly Construction for all of our replays here tonight on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Sam came into this game with over 1,000 yards on the season. Going to add to that total tonight. Did we get him? Almost got him on the hard count. They got back this time, though. 5-2 defense. Not really walking anyone up in the box. 2 to the right, 1 to the near side. Little pop pass over the middle. That was at Maddox Langendorfer. Nice little pop pass to Maddox on a slant.
I love that play call. I was just getting ready to say, actually, that this is a good night to continue to work on continue to work on your pass game in the rain. And what do we do? Go play action pass, little pop pass over top. Nice route there by Maddox Langendorfer for a nice gain.
First down 10 to go. Ball on the 15-yard line. Once again, inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone. A little delay this time to Sam. That was a very high tackle, but no flags came in on the play.
Yeah, we'll see it on the replay here. 81 was in the backfield and really got him up high, but Sam was able to fight forward, and that's something that we've seen all year from Sam is he doesn't go down on first contact, and he's always fighting and falling forward for extra yards. Turned what should have been a 1 or 2 yard loss into even a 1 yard, half-yard gain.
And we've got to get this name out early. Number 81, Kovacevic.
Yes,
Kovacevic. Wolf and Harold behind. Fumble on the ground, going to be picked up, finally fallen on by Jace. Once again, wet ball. The exchange just didn't get there.
Yep. Listen, again, we've talked about it here very early in this game, and conditions definitely affecting both teams here early. And that's one, you want to continue to make a play, but sometimes you just have to jump on the football.
Third down, 16 to go. Ball just outside the 20-yard line. Clock rolling at 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter, 7-0, Bryan lead.
And I'll say, especially knowing the situation here, jumping on that football, okay, yeah, you're looking at 3rd and 17, 16, 17. You probably got 2 downs here.
I would think that this is 2-down territory. There's definitely not going to be a punt. Hahn in motion, goes slot left, ball right in the middle of the field. Going to be the read option. Jace is going to keep this one, and this is what you do. To the corner, to the 5. Touchdown, Golden Bears. It's one of those things that we've got the best seats in the house, but from where we were watching, we could just see the parting of the sea.
Just watch that wide open. I mean, I could have ran through that hole, and I can't run like that anymore. So it's wide open, and just I think a great play call. Knowing you had 2 plays, run it there, catch him off guard a little bit, and it was perfect there for the touchdown.
And for the Golden Bears, that's a staple of our arsenal. So it wasn't like we're doing anything tricky, anything different, just one of our standard plays. But great play call there. This time the kick is up, and once again, it is good. 5:36 to go on your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Your Golden Bears 14, Swanton nothing on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back. You can see on our screen the rain coming down. These wonderful new LED lights light everything up beautifully, but we can see just about everything. Good kickoff by Uran, going to be taken at the 10, brought out over the 20, 25, trying to find room, gets outside into a whole swarm of Golden Bears.
Return by number 7, Horniak Ramsey.
Horniak Ramsey on the return, and that's his last name. It's a hyphenated last name. It's Horniak Ramsey.
Yep, and that was good by Schellenberger. They're not letting him get outside and break contain and let that get out the gate for a big gain.
First down, 10 to go, ball on the 27. Bryan in their purple over purple again tonight. Not surprised after a big win last week that you're bringing, superstition goes a long way.
I was going to say every coach, every player's got a little bit of superstition in them. You're seeing that maybe come out just a little bit for the Bears tonight.
I got a little criticism today coming in jeans and not shorts, handoff over the right-hand side. Not much room to sled that way out over the 30 to maybe the 31. Drake Harris, their fullback on the carry. He's their bell cow. They're going to give him the ball most of the night.
Yeah, certainly was to expect a heavy dose of him tonight.
Cody Schaefer on the stop for the Golden Bears. Second down, 6 to go, ball on the 31, clock inside 5 minutes on your main stop of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. 2 in the backfield, 2 to the near side. Going to be a quarterback follow up to about the 34.
On the carry number 4, Jaden Wilson.
And again, here we are, 3rd and short, or 3rd down, money down for the Bears. This is the situation, though, for Swanton. These are the situations you want to be in. 3rd and short, 3rd and manageable. You don't want to be in the 3rd and obvious passing situations, but you don't have a great passing offense, right? So these are 3rd and manageable for them. And, heck, they might be looking at, I know it's 14-0 late first quarter. This might be too, might be looking
depends
at
on what this play looks like. If you get 3 on this one and you make it 4th and a foot,
you may think about it deep in your own territory.
Swanton coming out once again, 2 backs in the backfield. Going to be turned, handoff, going to be close. I think they're going to mark him.
Number 6, Drake Harris.
First down. Drake Harris got it.
For Bryan, number 81, Carter Dominic.
And interesting, I just noticed this. Coach Redhead is coaching from the booth tonight, not down on the sideline. And he's having some knee issues, so not standing down on the sideline tonight.
Yeah, I went to the 300 dinner, and he won my prize. He got the bourbon prize package. He got the draw for it that I had put all my tickets in for, and he was limping pretty good bringing it back. So first down, 10 to go for Swanton. Going to be a little crossbuck handoff. Going to be to Eitnayer, I believe, or Rico. Is that a 2-3? 23. It's Rico.
Yeah, that's some nice little action there from Swanton. You kind of do a little bit of misdirection there, counter back the other way. Nice little play there for 11-yard gain. And that's something, yes, we've seen some very vanilla offense from Swanton so far. Continuing, if you're the Bears, to read your keys, because you're going to see misdirection and eye candy and things moving. Obviously, the next couple weeks, different styles of offense, of course, from Wasion and Archibald, but really staying, honing in on your keys and playing good, disciplined defense.
And that's what tonight is for Bryan. This is a disciplined game. You want to stay disciplined. 2 backs again behind Wilson. Ball right at midfield. Ball low again. Picks it up. Drops it again. On the turf. I think he falls on it. Going to be 2nd down, loss of a yard on the play.
And again, lucky for Swanton that they jumped on that ball. But again, for their game plan, behind the sticks. Negative plays. They can't have negative plays. And if I'm the Bears here defensively, dare Swanton to throw the football. Dare him to throw the football. Everyone should be, in my opinion, within 7 yards of the line of scrimmage.
You start walking people in, and that, one of the things we talked about on the high snap earlier to Jace when the ball was slick, and then the exchange. For the most part, we haven't seen Swanton in a shotgun yet. They're under center all the time. The exchange should be a little bit better. Going to be once again. Oh, he's going to keep it. Wilson's going to keep it. Gets hit hard. Gets back just past the original line of scrimmage. They ran something off of that cross action again. A little quarterback keeper.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that's a nice play there by Cody Schaefer. I've been really impressed with him all year. I say his ability to run sideline to sideline and make plays in space. Was a great tackle there on that play.
And the advantage that Cody Schaefer playing so well does is it means that we don't have to play Sam on defense 50 plays a game.
Which is huge when you over a 10-game season, 10-plus game season.
1 back in the backfield, 1 receiver each way. Slot coming this way, going to roll this way. Wilson being chased. And there's the thing where you've got 6'2" Carter Dominic and 5'7" Jaden Wilson. That was a rejection.
Yes, it was. It was kind of like a basketball block. A little, we'll say Carter Dominic was maybe channeling his inner JT Tuimololau there.
A little bit.
Swatting that pass down. For all the Buckeye fans out there, that was a nice play there by Carter Dom to get up and swat that ball down.
Going to bring up 4th down, another punting situation. 1:23 to go here in the first quarter. Your Golden Bears leading Swanton 14-0.
I'm actually surprised I was able to spit out JT Tuimololau.
I was pretty impressed.
Say it correctly and not stumble over it.
Carlin back deep. Caden Bryan back to punt.
It was a fake.
Fake punt. Didn't go anywhere. Again, Golden Bears in their base defense with a safety deep. First down.
And way to read your keys and sniff that one out from the jump. And, in a situation like that, I don't want to necessarily question play calling there, but you're 4th and 9. And it's not like that was 4th and 3 where you may, we can sink that up for 3 yards. I would say an interesting play call there. I like trying that, maybe not in that situation.
And trying a basic run, especially when you come out and you see Bryan in a base defense.
Yep.
I think I may wave myself out of that one, even if I've got to take a 5-yard delay, a game penalty there. Here comes a jet sweep this way. Drew Hahn gets outside the numbers, cuts it upfield, has room inside the 40, inside the 35, down to about the 33. Nice run for Drew on that.
Yeah, and that was a great cut by Hahn to cut that up, because actually Swanton did a pretty good job of stringing that out, and our line was able to move with them and create a cutback lane there for Hahn. Nice little cutback there on that run.
First down 10, ball at the 33. Sam in the backfield, puts it in his belly. Jace is going to get out over the right-hand side, pushed out of bounds at the 30. We run that a lot of times to the weak side. We ran it to the boundary side this time, just not as much room for Jace to maneuver.
There was, and I did like that he got out of bounds there and didn't take a shot trying to get a couple extra yards, trying to stay healthy here heading into the next couple weeks of the season.
Second down, 7 to go, ball right at the 30. Sam's going to take it up the middle, cuts it back. He breaks outside, wrapped up, driving inside the 20 to the 15, puts us once again in the Stockman Lawn Service red zone.
A little surprised we didn't see some laundry on the field, a little bit of extracurricular activity there from both sides, actually, and you know.
A little bit of chippiness. Brennan Mersing is hot.
Yeah, they're both kind of going at it there, and I tell you what, that's something, as the referees, you want to get that under control early. Because if you start letting that get out of control, this game can get away from themselves.
It can get really ugly, exactly. Wolf and Harold with Kepler in the backfield. 2 receivers near side, 1 split out far to the right, to the left. Going to be Damien taking it over the left-hand side. He cuts it up inside the 10, dragging Bulldogs with them. Another first down.
Yeah, first down goal. And what I like seeing here, especially early in this game, and we're going to go to the end of the first quarter, both running backs running really hard tonight.
That brings us to the end of the first quarter here from Golden Bear Stadium. The score, your Golden Bears 14, Swanton nothing on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Rooting on the Golden Bears is a tradition that brings us all together.
Just like the sports we love, another tradition has stood the test of time. Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, since 1922, we've been part of the community, supporting you in the moments of celebration and loss.
Just like a team, we understand the value of traditions and the love that binds us together.
So whether it's cheering for a win or celebrating a life well lived, remember we are here for you.
Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family owned, family focused.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. As we come out to start the second quarter, I want to remind everybody out there to look to the future with a brand new countywide interactive and hands-on career event, Elevate and Explore, Wednesday, October 25th at Bryan High School. Not simply a career fair. The goal is to connect students to the community, help them pave a path for the future. Area businesses can expose students to the possibilities. Here's the handoff. Sam's in, touchdown, Golden Bears. Area businesses can expose students to the possibilities of working in different fields. To have your business as part of this unique event, contact Karen Cox at 419-636-6931. Another power play by the Golden Bears.
And that's just well blocked and a great run there by Sam in for the touchdown.
Carlin on again for the extra point. Rain continues to fall here at Golden Bear Stadium. The snap, the hold, the kick is up, and it's good. 11:55 to go in the first half. Bryan 21-0. We're going to keep it right here for this time out since we just had our quarter break. Pretty much what we thought we were going to see tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to come out from the jump. You didn't want to come out flat. You didn't want to let Swanton, I'm going to say, hang around. Yes, we're early into the second quarter, but you jump on them from the very start of the game. And these are the 3 drives that the Bears needed to start this football game.
A couple things that we do want to highlight here is, football's a team sport, but individual records are pretty big. Sam Harold came in tonight with 1,046 yards. The Bryan school record's 1,536.
And currently, so I did a little bit of math before the game, his 10-game pace, he would technically, if he kept his same pace now, he'd be on pace for 1,494 yards. So, I would say he has to pick up the pace a little bit, but would have to get a few more yards, and I think the playoffs count in there as well. To get a few more yards to get over that 15:36 hump to break Tim Newell's record set in 1997.
Low line drive kick to Rico, and he took it like a fullback would take it right up the middle, lowering his head on a kickoff. You don't see that all that often. Hits that hole and just boom, lowers his head on Drew Hahn and keeps on powering. But, you know, it's one of the things that I know Coach talked about on the pregame show, that he really wants to get the kickoff return a little bit better. And the difference we see right there on Swanton's kickoff return and ours, we are always going east and west.
Yep.
That was straight north-south.
Any punt, any kickoff, you start running east and west, you give the coverage team all the time in the world to get down there and cover you and surround you. Go straight ahead, you're more likely to get positive yardage.
One comes in motion. It's going to be a handoff. I believe that's once again going to be Drake Harris on the carry, up for a gain of about 2-3 yards.
That's where you find those creases. It's the same thing running the football from the backfield, right? You dance in the backfield, you got no chance because the defense just keeps moving. You hit a crease and go, and that's something, you know, watching Sam all year, and I was going to actually highlight it on the last drive, and I don't think we say enough about his vision as a running back, knowing where to hit the holes. That's a big deal. Obviously, as a running back is, hey, which hole to hit, and taking it maybe a click further outside or inside to get a positive gain.
Slot left, tight end right. Rico and Harris in the backfield behind quarterback Wilson. Going to give it to Drake Harris again. Trying that right side again. Not much room there. Going to be brought down. Gain of about 2. Going to make up 3rd down, 5 to go.
Yeah, and another little bit of a bobbled snap there kind of affected the timing of that play and allowed the Bryan defense to swarm around the ball carrier there for a short gain.
3rd down. Going to be 6 to go. Ball's on the 48.
It'll be interesting to see what Swanton elects to do here. You're in plus territory. Do you think you're going 2 downs here with the score the way it is? Probably. You know, you're probably playing this as 2 plays to get, you know, the 6 yards here on 3rd and medium.
1 receiver each way. 2 backs in the backfield. Wilson in the shotgun this time. Takes a snap, deep drop, runs a little middle screen. Read well by the Golden Bears. That was a middle screen where our defense was inside. If you look here on the Welling Construction replay, all of our linebackers.
They read that perfectly. All the defensive linemen, yes, they came upfield, but those linebackers read that to perfection. Stayed home, read their keys, and they were able to stop that for a short gain.
That was obviously something that was seen on tape this week because that was played perfectly.
Yes, it was.
And, you know, it's one of those things where your quarterback doesn't go into the shotgun very often, so you've got very few plays. Mm-hmm. So once you see it, you know what your keys are.
Absolutely.
Here's the punt. High punt this time. Going to bounce at about the 20. Going to roll, take a nice Swanton roll inside the 10. Down to about the 7, where the Golden Bears will take over 1st down and 10 to go.
Yeah, and this will be Bryan's worst, I'm going to say, starting field position of the night. So a good time to really work your offense here and have a nice, solid drive down the football field.
9 minutes, 33 seconds to go on your main stop of Northwest Ohio scoreboard. Open when you need them. You're always near a main stop with Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Going to take a peek here at the out-of-town scores as Bryan is setting themselves up. Wolf and Sam in the backfield going to give it to Sam. He's going to take off over the right, out over the 10, 15-20. Dragon Bulldogs, as he's been doing all night, out to about the 25.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what there, our pulling guard, you'll see it on the replay here, I don't think he hit anybody till about 7 yards downfield. All kinds of room there for Sam around the right-hand side.
Kate Spizak didn't find anybody till the 15-yard line. Archibald Wasion, no score. I'm taking a peek here and trying to get the scores from our conference, the NWOAL. Scrolling. A little bit of a surprise. Tenor over Paulding, 14-0.
Wow.
Montpelier over Northwood, 7-0. Once again, around the right-hand side,
on the side, number 23,
Drew Hahn.
Yeah, I like that play there. Here, see this on replay. You know, the short little, hitch routes, little wide receiver screens, you can almost act as run plays for us. Good, 5-yard gain there for the Bears.
Well, one of the things that we talk about is, and when we get the playoff points, is the teams that you beat, you get those second level, Fairview's winning again tonight. Going to be Kepler over the right-hand side, and once again, he hits the hole so quickly out near another first down.
Almost looked like he got hit. Second hit almost was out of bounds there, but a couple yards deep. We'll see here on replay. He's getting hit, and then he's getting hit, yard out of bounds. And to say, who does Fairview have tonight?
Wayne Trace.
Wayne Trace. That'd be a good win for them.
That'd be a nice win. They give enough for a first down. Another Golden Bear first down. 9:06 on the main stop of Northwest Ohio scoreboard.
And I say those are the teams that you kind of watch.
Once again, ball on the ground on a bad snap. Jace is going to pick it up. Flag is going to come in. We may get a hold on that one in the backfield.
Yeah, that's what
Jace
it looked
did
like
good just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chase Kepler, flag on the play.
It's tough. If you look, the rain is coming down, and it's coming down pretty good right now. It's cool. You've got about an 11-mile-an-hour wind. Going to make it 1st and 20. Waiting for the call.
So it looks like the Bears are backing up here.
Still first down.
Going to make first down, 20 to go.
Yeah, and this isn't bad to deal with this because as the season progresses and we all know this, the weather starts to get worse and worse and worse. And maybe you start sprinkling a little bit of snow here, depending. I heard was it El Nino winter or something like that. So we might have a more mild winter, but you just never know. Late October, early November.
Going to be Sam up the middle enough to get past the original line of scrimmage. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 8. A nice 12-yard run by Sam.
Absolutely.
Which seems like that's going to be his average tonight. It's about 12 yards a carry.
Absolutely. And the interesting thing we've seen here so far, maybe not surprising, but Swanton has tackled our running backs very high, almost around the neck tonight, several times here early in this ball game.
Trips to the near side. Carter Brown out on his own on the right-hand side. Once again, little bubble screen to Maddox. Maddox has green grass in front of him, breaks one tackle, cuts it inside Bulldog territory again.
And that's great. When you can get 10, 12 yards on a little wide receiver screen like that, that's absolutely huge for the Bears.
And it's good after being out for a couple of weeks with a concussion to see Maddox back, making catches, taking hits. It's always good to see.
Absolutely, and moving very well.
Slot left, slot right. Jace is going to put it into Sam's belly, pull it out. Once again on the read option. Good for almost another first down, another 8 or 9 on the play.
That's a great read there. You'll see it on the replay. Kovacevic. There we go. I knew I was going to butcher that tonight. Started going after Sam there, and Kepler pulled it right out of his belly to get a nice gain.
And again, we've talked about it all year, but he holds it in there for so long. This time it's going to be a handoff. Sam's going right, cuts it upfield, inside the 40, 35. Powering forward.
Just dragging guys with
him.
And that's one of those runs, yes, that's not a huge run, but it's a patient run. You watch him just read his line and just string it out, wait for that cutback, cuts up, and then just hits it. And then drags guys with
I'm watching Sam tonight. When I was 8, 9 years old, I had an uncle who was an all-stater, and he would come to visit, and all of the kids be out in the neighborhood, and he'd literally just take the football and drag us 20 yards. It really does look how Sam's running tonight.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Trips to this way. Once again, it's going to be Sam patiently going out to the right, outside the numbers this time. Turns it upfield inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. It seems like he goes nowhere and he gets 5.
Yep, it's incredible. Again, just his vision has been so good all year long, and it's something we've talked about, the power and the speed and that blend, but just his vision has been so good, and really just making it patiently waiting for that hole to develop, and then boom, hitting it hard.
And one of the things we've seen tonight is so much patience.
Yep.
So much patience. Trips left, one to the right. Jace back to pass, little slant pass.
And Carter, I'll tell you what, Carter Dominic will be the first one to tell you.
I should have caught that one.
Should have caught that one, and I was looking upfield a little bit. Started to make a move there, getting it caught. When I say caught ahead of yourself, you're getting ahead of yourself. I want to make a play. I want to make a move on this guy, and unfortunately, I'm unable to look that one in for the catch.
And it's one of the tough things as a receiver is you kind of feel your defender, and so you're thinking about which way you're going to spin. You got to catch it first.
I said your eyes can move very quickly and get off that football.
Slot left, slot right. Jace pulls it out, going to take it up the middle, going to power his way forward inside the 20 to about the 16. Another Golden Bear first down.
Number 52, Mason Hutchinson.
Once again, inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone for lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying. Call Stockman Lawn Service 419-636-6572.
And again, I like that play on third and medium, picking that up with the run there. Probably think he got two to get one there.
Sam cuts it inside the 10. 5 touchdown Golden Bears. Doesn't hit anybody. Hits its own receiver.
His own guy.
Another touchdown for the Golden Bears.
I think Sam was a little shocked to get hit there. He's a little surprised that Drew blocked his guy into him.
With the penalty, that was a drive of over 100 yards in 4 minutes.
Yes, absolutely huge. To be able to do that, like I said, from the jump, it was about an 85, almost 90-yard drive. It was right around the 10-yard line. Go down the field, chew some clock, and punch it in for the score.
Snap, kick, this one low, little bit blocked, no good. That's going to make it 27-0 here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Halfway through the second quarter in a game that has been all Golden Bears.
All Golden Bears here, through the start of this game, and what a great drive there for the Bears. You go 90-ish yards. I can't remember exactly where we started, but 90 yards, that's a great drive.
The kick is fumbled, picked back up. That's going to be HR on the return.
On the return, number 7, Horniak Ramsey. On the stop of Bryan, number 22,
Horniak Ramsey. We don't talk about that in the rain. When you're returning kicks in the rain and you're looking up into that mist and it's coming down and hitting you, it's not like catching a pop foul.
It's not. It's not as easy as it looks. And as soon as that ball hits the turf too, and it's skidding like that, it becomes tough really, really quickly.
And to be honest, as a returner, when it hits you and goes on the ground, it's one of the most terrifying moments there is, because you know that you got to get on the ball. Wilson back in shotgun, 2 backs this time. Going to be that cross action again. Harris is going to get it. Met, spins out of a tackle.
On the carry, number 6.
I think Damian Wolf had him at the line of scrimmage. He spins forward to get about 3 on the play. Nice little run.
Yeah, that was a nice play there to meet him in the backfield there. Yes, he ended up getting a couple yard gain. Way to come up and fill the hole there by Damian Wolf to stop him there for a short 3-yard gain.
Second down, 7 to go. One of the things you want to make note of tonight is for the Golden Bears, I think it's his first start of the year, is John Marquez, a sophomore that came in late last week, getting the start this week.
Yeah, made a couple nice plays late in that game last week.
Once again, in the shotgun. And we're going to get a timeout. Timeout. Swanton will take one with them, with Bryan leading this game 27-0 on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Let's take a look at our scoreboard. Antwerp over Ayersville 8-6. Archibald and Wauseon tied at 7. Defiance and Bath tied at 7. Fairview over Wayne Trace 8-0. Pillier 14, Northwood 0. Liberty Center Oliver Evergreen 28-0. Delta and Patrick Henry tied at 0. The loss of the quarterback at PH is turning out to be a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edgerton Hicksville, no score. And we'll get back to action, come back with other scores here in a second. Wilson once again under center, turns, rolls, skips out of one tackle, brought down, nice pursuit
I was going to say, great pursuit there by the Bears. You had good coverage downfield. It was a two-man route. You'll see her here flooded to the left-hand side of the field, or the top side of the field, and really nowhere to go with the football. Allowed the pursuit to get home there for the sack.
Raynard Clemens chases him down from behind, puts Swanton where they don't want to be. Once again, behind the chains.
3rd and long, and again, for the Golden Bears, getting off the field on 3rd down is absolutely huge.
And one of the things we're now able to do with the lead where it's at is we're able to rotate in our defensive back, and Jace can come out and not have to be using him on the defensive side of the ball, which, you know, your two big guys, you want to rotate them in and out as much as you can. And we got flags on the play. Is it going to be a delay? Came from the back, Judge. That looks like a delay of game.
Unless we saw someone flinch there, but I didn't see anyone flinch, but it looks like Swanton's moving backwards, so we'll find out what the call is.
Delay of game. Offense, number 4.
So I didn't even see the clock go to.
I didn't either.
The play clock go to 0 there, but must have, and back judge called it.
So we're able to bring Cody Schaefer in to give Sam a little bit of a break on the defensive side. Now we've got Carter Brown back at the free safety spot, giving Jace a little bit of a break. And, you know, again, 10 games is a long season, and those two guys take a lot of hits.
They do. They take a lot of hits, and they're two seniors that I know want to be out there for every single play, but ultimately you do want to save their legs, knowing, you know, what's coming up for the Bears.
3rd down, 16 to go. Wilson back to pass. Steps up, floats one off the hands of Kovacevic. Incomplete.
That was a good job coming back to the ball there. Unfortunately, unable to come up with a catch, and that's when you'd like to see, if you're the Bears, that I want to say it's a 50-50 ball, that is, he isn't able to come back and kind of be uncontested there on that catch. He didn't end up catching it, but on that play there.
And it's one of the tough things when you're only a 5'7" quarterback, and we've talked about it a little bit watching some of the backups warm up here this season, is the throwing motion is a crow hop. And he crow hopped on that one, and it's a little tough to do. High snap, brings it down, another short shank of a punt. Ball hits him. Ball's loose. I think that Carter Dominic gets it back. Oh my goodness.
Yes, he did.
That was nobody's fault. He was just running back into defense, but the ball hits, bounces off him, and it's a live ball.
And that's one of those tough plays there when you're on the punt return team. When a punt is shanked like that, and you'll see it on the replay, he had no idea that the punt was coming down right by him. It came right almost up into his belly there, and very fortunate for the Bears that they were able to fall on that and maintain possession.
And it was one of those things that Messing, I believe, had a chance at that one. Here we'll see it again on the Welling Construction replay. Ball's a shank, bounces right up and hits Carter, overrun by Messing, I believe, and then the Golden Bears are able to fall on it again.
Yeah, that's one we used to. I think it was fire, and everyone tried to clear out. You didn't have time to clear out on that one. You know, just came right up and bounced and hit him, and the Bears fortunately able to recover.
But Bears get it in good position once again inside Swanton territory. Jace is going to keep it up the middle, spinning forward, powering forward now inside the 40 to about the 36. So I got to ask you, partner, you're up 27-0. It's all going one direction. You got 4 minutes to go. Is this a chance to work on your 4-minute offense?
Absolutely.
This is a chance, I think, that you just say, you know what, we want to score, but more importantly, we don't want to give them the ball.
Correct. Yep, yeah, that's exactly what you want to do here if you're the Bears.
And Sam's going to take it over the right side, cuts it back inside the 30, inside the 25, breaks a tackle, inside the 20, powering forward down to, oh my goodness, still pulling guys forward down to about the 13.
And just a heck of an effort, and unfortunately I think we're going to get a holding here on the right side of the line. I see some laundry back at about the 36-yard line, but just a heck of a run there by Sam Harold.
And you know, it's one of the things that when that call comes in, those are the unseen yardages penalties. It's going to go in the book as a 10-yard penalty. It's really about a 35-yard penalty.
Yep.
That's a tough one.
And those are the mistakes, you know, again, I hate to continue to look ahead, but those are the penalties you can't have.
You cannot have that.
That's an incredible run, and really, I mean, I would say good blocking minus the hold. Looking at the replay, I'm going to say it made a little borderline. However, you know, those are again, it turns a 35-yard gain, 25-yard gain into
a 10-yard loss.
10-yard loss, which is, you can't have that against the Wassians
and the Archbolds
moving forward.
slots each way. Jace is going to keep it short side, skips inside the 35, out of bounds at almost the 30. Nice little just quarterback sweep.
Yep. Just a very simple play there, and good for a nice game there for the Bears.
You know, and one of the things that as we do look ahead, you know, when we looked at this year and you looked at the schedule, you thought with everything Van Wert coming back, we thought that's going to be a tough win. You thought Liberty Center was going to be a tough win. PH, you know, is always going to be a tough game, and we were in that one until the end. The other games that we thought we were going to win, we've won. On my schedule, I had both the next 2 weeks as toss-ups.
Yep.
Those are the two big ones on the schedule. We knew it coming into the season, and as the season's played out, those are going to be the two big ones. Third down, about 6 to go. Sam's going to take it inside the 30, inside the 20, hit high, run out of bounds at about the 15. Why do people keep trying to hit him high?
I think that's the last thing you want to do. That's exactly where you don't want to hit him, because he's going to run through that every single time.
And I got to be honest, if I'm a cornerback, the last thing I want to do is be hitting Sam Harold up around the shoulders.
Well, I was just going to say, and then you're getting a shoulder pad to the chest, which never feels very good.
First down, 10 to go. Ball once again inside the Stockman Lawn Service red zone. Jace is going to keep this one. Dances inside the 10. Has a crease. Touchdown, Golden Bears.
Wave the flag, Parky, because it's a Golden Bears.
And again, that's just great vision there. I'm going to focus on the vision tonight. Just able to kind of squirt out of there, see a crease off to the right-hand side, and hit it there for the touchdown.
But once again, let's take a look at this on the Welling construction replay. You can see Sam put it into the belly.
Yep, and he rides it so long. And again, we've talked about it all year, the chemistry between those guys to be able to do that. It takes a lot of chemistry, because a lot of times, especially on a night where the ball is wet like it is tonight, a lot of times you see that end up on the turf, and they're able to run that play so effectively.
And fans may be wondering, why are we going for it here after the missed extra point last time? Because we need to practice it.
Absolutely.
Jace, pass. Is it caught? Caught. Touchdown. Mattis Langendorfer, touchdown, Golden Bears, 35-0 here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
The Bryan Parks and Recreation Department would like to wish the Bryan Golden Bears good luck in tonight's game. The Bryan Parks and Rec offers a wide variety of classes for you during the entire year and an array of sporting events all year long. Check out what the Bryan Parks and Recreations Department has going on at bryanparksandrec.com or like them on Facebook. The Bryan Parks and Rec hopes to see you in one of the many parks that Bryan has to offer and enjoy the facilities. Questions about the classes or rental of one of their facilities, call 633-6030.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium, where Brian's going to kick off. Let's talk a minute, partner, about why you go for two in a situation where you're up 33-0.
Sure, because some people may be looking, that's, unsportsmanlike. It's, adding insult to injury, whatever, up already 34, or 33, I should say, at the time, right? You're working for something, the Bears' biggest loss on the year, in a game that you feel like you should have won, was PH. What'd you lose by? You lost by two-point conversions. So.
Ball free again, picked up and brought down. Nice hit on the play.
On the return, number
Looking
10,
to see who made that tackle. Was that?
It was 13.
On the stop for Bryan, number 13,
Anthony Weber. Anthony Weber. But yeah, when you look at that PH game, and we can talk about not getting off the field on third down, giving up a fourth down for a touchdown. But when you look at the end of that game, it was two missed two-point conversions on our part. You never know when you're going to need one of those.
Exactly. So you practice those situations when you can, when they arise. So that's all it was there for the Bears. Not anything I'm going to say unsportsmanlike or anything like that. It's still in the first half. It'd be different if this was late in the fourth quarter and we're going for two.
And Swanton's going to take their second time out. We'll take one with them on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
Welcome back here to a rainy Golden Bear Stadium tonight. 35-0, all Bryan in the first half, 2:49, 2 and some change to go here in the first half. Swanton just took their second timeout to talk about it, starting inside their own 10-yard line after the third muffed kick of the game.
Yeah, it looks like we got a new quarterback. It looks like number 6 or number 8? I can't tell on his jersey, but new quarterback. Oh, never mind. Sorry, I'm losing my mind. I'm looking at the backfield.
You're thinking shotgun because everybody goes shotgun. That's going to be 33 on the carry.
On the carry for Swanton, number 33, Trenton
Eitnier. It's an Eitnier. They're an Eitnier.
Number 44, Damian Wolf.
Damian Wolf on the tackle for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, I'm looking in the backfield thinking new quarterback. I'm like, he's under center.
Second down, 3 to go, which, again, this is where Swanton needs to be. They need to be in second and short, third and short.
Correct. With an offense like this, you are predicated on being on schedule at all times because you know you don't throw the football super well.
One receiver each way, 2 backs in the backfield, tight end to the right. Wilson takes it, hands it off. Met, stopped, brought down. Looking to see if that was
number 6,
Drake Harris again on the carry. Nowhere to go for the fullback on that one. It'll be 3rd and 2.
And just great penetration there by the Bears. You got, your D-line eating up blocks, shooting gaps. Just a great defensive stop there for the Bears.
Connor Hogan on the stop for Bryan. 3rd down, 2 to go. Clock running at 1:35 on your main stops of Northwest Ohio scoreboard.
And we really like to see the Bears here. You got a 3rd and short situation, right? Yeah, you're up 35-0. Defense bow up and get a stop here on a 3rd and short situation and continue to work on this type of situational football.
Wilson under center. Pitch out to the left, breaks a tackle. He's got room. He's galloping over the 40. Inside Bryan territory, down to about the 40-yard line. Once again, Eitnier on the carry. Nice little play that time.
Yeah, it was. It was a little interesting, called a flip pass pitch. I don't know if that'll technically, I can't tell from the replay if that was technically backwards or not. It was a little tough to tell up here in real time as well. So I don't know if that'll go in the books as a pass or a run. But either way, nice little flip pass there for a long gain for
as
the
a
Bulldogs.
Quarterback, you're hoping that's a pass.
Right, absolutely.
You pass it 1 yard and the guy gets 35 on it, makes your stats look really good. 1st and 10 now, 55 seconds to go. Let's see if Swanton tries to hurry it up a little bit. They don't seem to be. 9 on the play clock. Eitnier comes out, switches to the other side. Ball's on the turf. Once again, ball on the turf. Wet ball has been a problem all night. Jaden Wilson falls on it again.
Yeah, and I will say, interesting that they're not electing to maybe move a little quicker. I understand you're down 35-0. There's about 40, 45 seconds left, but you're in plus territory. You don't throw the ball super well, but still, maybe go for it. I know you're still working on stuff.
And we talked about it earlier. You go for it on a fake punt in minus territory, and then you come out here with a minute to go and a timeout and don't even think about trying to take a shot down the field. We'll see if they throw a Hail Mary here. They're going to roll him out. Wilson's going to roll out. He is going to throw it. Going to be picked off. Brown on the interception, brought down, and that's going to bring us to halftime.
Interception by number 24,
Nice way to come back for injury for Carter Brown, get a pick, and that takes us to halftime. Halftime here at Bryan with your Golden Bears leading this one 35-0 in a half that was all Bryan.
All Bryan. From the jump, the Bears did exactly what they wanted to come out and do, and I think they scored on every single drive that they had so far.
If we take a look at what's going on, and let's take a short break to go to our sponsors. We'll come right back. We'll give a recap of the first half, look for scores around the area, and then we'll get back for the Bryan Band. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover affordable transfer opportunities at Northwest State.
Start here and save thousands on tuition.
Our advising team will help you get your credits transferred.
So don't wait another minute. Get started today.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. So if you want to talk to your kids, you got to get it trending. I was just trying to get your attention.
Could I just ask?
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knerk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium, where the first half has been all Bryan. Running clock in the second half. So if folks remember, a couple of weeks ago we had that at Liberty Center where we were on the wrong end of the score. This time we're on the right end of the score. Let's look at scores from around the area, and then we'll come back to break down the first half. Holgate 8, Toledo Christian 0. Fairview leading Wayne Trace 8-0. Both of those games at the half. PH flexed 38-0 in the second quarter. Tenora Oliver Pauling 35-0 in the second quarter. Napoleon continuing their winning ways, which is one of those that we want to keep an eye on as Bryan, because they're chasing us.
Yes.
21-7 over Clay. Defiance and Bath tied at 7.
And that score too with Bath. I think Bath is behind us in the rankings, so keep an eye on that game as well.
Van Wert 13. I lost it as we get that automatic refresh. Van Wert is winning 13-12 was a score that I had. Archbald over Wauseon 14-7. Van Wert's beating Shawnee 13-12. Archbald 14, Wauseon 7. Montpelier over Northwood 14-6. Ayersville over Antwerp 14-8. Big upset in the GMC Berlin.
Antwerp coming into that game 7-0.
7-0.
So,
and Ayersville off a heartbreaking loss last week to Tenora. Eden 21, Hilltop 0. Edison 21, Port Clinton 0. Liberty Center 28, Evergreen 0. St. Mary's and Kenton in a shootout, 28-24 in the second quarter. Edgerton and Hicksville, no score. Cincinnati College Prep and North Central, no score. Sebring and Stryker, no score reported. Huron 28, Vermilion 0. Orange and Hawken, no score. Claremont Northeast 8, Fayette 7. And Highland 16, River Valley 14. And when we take a look at those computer points, the teams that we want to keep an eye on for the next few weeks.
Definitely, Mommy is looking as a bigger and bigger win. They're in Division 3, okay? And so for those that don't know how the computer points work, you get more points for beating larger schools, and then you get secondary points. So you get weighted points based off of which division teams are in, but then you get secondary points for how those teams perform against other teams, and who they beat in which divisions and things like that. So without getting too far in the weeds on the math, the more Mommy wins, the better it is for the Bears.
And the teams chasing us, the teams closest are Napoleon, Lima, Oberlin, and Oberlin Firelands and Caledonia River Valley. Those are all the teams with 6+ points. So those are the games we really want to kind of keep an eye on, because the one thing you don't want to do is drop. You know, if we can move up, we're in 9th right now. If we can move up, that puts us in a place where we can host a home game.
Right. And I think at this point, you're looking, okay, yeah, 35-0 tonight. I'm not going to say necessarily, okay, chalk it up as a win tonight, but you're looking, running clock second half. It's likely going to be a victory for the Bears here, barring a miracle in the second half for the Bulldogs. So you're looking ahead, okay, so yes, we're going to look ahead a little bit here. You got a 2-game season in front of you. You win those two, 7-3, you're likely hosting a playoff game.
Exactly.
With the way the rest of the region is shaking out, things like that, you're likely looking at hosting, and what an event that would be. With the new turf and everything else, to host a home playoff game for the first time since, I believe, 2014, I think was the last time we hosted a playoff game. Maybe it was 2013. I think it was a year after I graduated was the last time we hosted a playoff game here in Bryan. So that would just be huge for the program. So that's what you got to look forward to against Wauseon and Archbold. And so that's what you're building for here. You've kind of been building for the last 2 weeks is those 2 games.
We had it interrupted the last time that I did the read for Elevate and Explore. A really cool thing going on here at Bryan High School. Look to the future with a brand new county-wide interactive and hands-on career event, Elevate and Explore, Wednesday, October 25th at Bryan High School. Not simply a career fair, the goal is to connect students to the community, help them pave a path for the future. Area businesses can expose students to the possibilities of working in different fields. To have your business to be a part of this unique event, contact Karen Cox, 419-636-6931. talking about the playoffs, looking at schools in the area. In D7, Montpelier's 5-2. They're just outside the playoffs, and they're looking. Antwerp right now 7-0, number 4 in D7. Ayersville is 11 in D7, so that's almost a preview of a playoffs game right there. Sonora's number 8 in D7. Paulding's number 15. Paulding getting blown out tonight doesn't help their playoff chances. Archbold, number 6 in D5, and Wauseon, number 7 in D4. That game is a big one.
And it's a huge one for both of them, obviously, but also as a Bears fan, you kind of had that game circled as one to watch in addition to this game tonight is, okay, how does that match up?
Here at the Williams County,
you know that you have those two coming up the next 2 weeks.
And that's going to be a 2-game season, 1 home, 1 away, to determine your playoff future. Is exactly what that's going to be. Here at Bryan, with the rain coming down, temperatures dropping into the 50s, the Swanton Band on the field, we're going to take a short break. We'll come right back to wrap up our halftime updates and to bring you the Bryan Band. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
2021.
Welcome back. I took a look at the weather and our radar map. Looks like the rain is going to stay with us for a while. With the running clock, it may stay with us all through the night because the back edge of this system is west of Fort Wayne around Columbia City. So we may have it with the running clock. 52 degrees, dropping down to 49, 48 in the next hour or so.
I think safe to say after the hot weather on Wednesday, was it 80? I think it's like 87 on Wednesday. I think fall is officially here. I think officially here to stay.
I think fall here in Northwest Ohio is definitely here, but a good night here. Bryan playing well on both sides of the ball, all 3 phases of the game.
Absolutely.
You had the little cheerleaders here. It's breast cancer awareness. All the students dressed in pink. It's just. And it feels like football weather.
It does. It feels like October Friday night, right? I can remember back to my senior year. It was this type of weather, but it was in the mud, right? We didn't have the turf, so it was in the mud, and we were all wearing pink and the pink socks. And I look back, I'm like, I could have swagged out a little bit more, but we had fun with it, and the Bears did exactly what they wanted to do in the first half, right? You scored on all 5 of your possessions, asserted your will in the run game. You threw it when you needed to, and those are things just continuing to work on it, continuing to build confidence. And defensively, you really like that we were reading our keys, staying within ourselves, and not trying to do too much and making plays in the backfield. And that's just been great to see for the Bears tonight. Was to come out, come out focused from the jump.
And from an efficiency standpoint, 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns.
You can't beat it.
You can't beat it. It's exactly what you wanted to do. You got off the field. You really only gave up 2 first downs. I think 2 first downs is all your defense gave up in the first half, and one of them was on that little shovel pass late in the half.
Yeah, you let up that chunk play, and that's one you look back, you're like, I wish we wouldn't have let up that play here and there. That's something they'll correct in film, and you'll see that and like, okay, that's something we want to have back. But really, the Bears defense has played very stout tonight, and that's been great to see. Again, building for the next couple weeks.
And one of the things we talked about early in this one was pumpkin spice. We don't want to show anything fancy. No new wrinkles. The one thing we haven't seen tonight is a throwback screen. We've seen it every game this year.
Yep.
We'll see if we see it at least once when the starter's out there in the third quarter before I think they're going to get a rest really early in this one.
Yep. You might get a drive here in the second half, but I think that might be about it for the Bears.
And we're going to turn things over. The Bryan Band for the best part of this season has been in polo shirts and shorts because it's been so warm. They got their uniforms out last week, in the rain gear this week. But here you are, ladies and gentlemen, your Bryan High School marching Golden Bears.
Mr. Lucy sent me in search of information about the Magnificent Seven. Did you know there are 6 different movies referring to the Magnificent Seven? How about the Magnificent Seven Cemeteries in London, the Magnificent Seven Elephants, or the Magnificent Seven Star Cluster? Well, since this is our movie show, I kind of figured he was talking about the movies. The movie opened in October 1960 with a theme written by Elmer Bernstein. This iconic theme has been used in numerous other movies and TV shows. Here is the Bryan Marching Band performing the theme to The Magnificent Seven. Question. Have you ever wondered where that unique rhythm from the Mission Impossible TV series and movies came from? Well, it's Morse code for MI. 2 dashes followed by 2 dots. Musically, the dot is 1 beat and the dash is 1.5 beats, giving it a bar of 5 beats. Titled Burning Fuse, the composer estimated he wrote the theme in about 3 minutes. The theme won Best Instrument at the 10th Grammy Awards and Best Pop Instrumental Performance for the 39th Grammys in '97. So let's light that fuse as the Bryan Marching Band performs the theme to Mission Impossible. Our show closer has been used all over television, in advertisements, and in some movies. It proved to be another movie hit song for the artist, and with that popularity, it was included in the 2022 sequel. The song was so popular that the U.S. Navy even got a recruitment boost from it. We're heading into twilight on a highway to the danger zone as the Bryan Marching Band closes their movie show with Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Just getting ready to kick off the second half. Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Getting ready to kick off the second half. We're going to take a break for this word from our sponsors. We'll come right back. Get you ready for second half action where Bryan is leading Swanton 35-0 on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
To the school board and administration, and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Score on the screen looks like a soccer score, 4-0. The real score is 35-0 Golden Bears here as we're getting ready to go to third quarter action. Let's give a shout out to all of our sponsors here tonight who make this happen. WBNO, WQCT, Stockman Lawn Service, Welling Construction, Bryan Ford Lincoln, Andres O'Neill and Lowe Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Daniel Van Atta Agency Fackler Monument, Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler and Breininger, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Starks Plumbing and Heating, and Veteran Services of Williams County. Also, our main stop scoreboard, our welding construction replays, our Stockman Red Service Red Zone. Good half, partner.
It was a great first half, and I tell you what, looking ahead now here to the second half, 2 keys for Bryan, I think. Maintain your focus, okay? Yes, we're going to have the running clock, but you want to see if the starters even get 1 drive here. I might be a little surprised if they get 1, but they may get 1, maybe 2 drives. Maintain your focus, and then you want to see young guys get a lot of reps and get that game experience. That's huge. We talked about it way earlier in the year that, good programs in games like this, that game-like experience, all of a sudden, the game starts to slow down for them. When you get to, okay, I've been out there, I've seen what the pace of the game is like, because it's a jump from 8th grade to JV to varsity, the game gets a whole lot faster. So to get that experience out on a Friday night and be in front of the fans and everything will be huge there, for the second teamers here in the second half, and just maintaining, say, that confidence.
I wonder about 2 things from a coaching standpoint in this is that depending on what the defense does, I think if we get off the field, maybe we see the first team offense. Mm-hmm. Because I think that the whole idea is keep that running clock. Let's get out of here, go home, get everybody dry, get nobody hurt.
I was going to say, stay healthy.
Stay healthy.
That's the biggest thing.
And I think, the other thing's going to be, though, is even if we do get a stop, I think if we see our first team offense, we see them for 1 drive, you take that lead so that you don't lose the running clock if you give up a touchdown.
Correct. Yep.
And I think, that becomes kind of a big deal. So we'll see. Bryan's going to kick off to start this second half, and it's going to be interesting to see. We've seen nothing out of the Swanton offense except for the one little shovel pass, baby screen pitch, whatever that
first half, which was a
half.
nice chunk play for him there. We'll see if they can do something different here in the second half to create a little spark for them here moving forward.
Rain still falling. Looks like it's going to be with us for the rest of at least the ball game. Should dry up, they say, around 9 or 9:30, which will be good for us as we've got to move some gear inside for volleyball tomorrow. Next week, we will be with you from Wauseon. Because of streaming rights in Wauseon, we cannot live stream the game on video. It'll be up immediately after the game, but you will be able to catch us on the queue.
Absolutely.
In what's going to be a huge game.
Huge game for both teams, looking for playoff points and things like that. Huge for all of those things for both teams moving forward.
Jacob's got it teed up. Referees have marked us ready to play. They haven't fielded a kickoff clean all night. We'll see if they do on this one. Booming kick. That one's fielded cleanly at the 5. Out over the 20. 25. Hit. Spun. Waiting for the whistle to come in. Kind of let that pile go a little bit before they brought in the whistle.
A little bit of a late whistle. Good coverage there by the Bears, and a nice little return there for the Bulldogs.
So Cade Carlin is coming out on defense. You got, for the most part, you've got most of your starting defense out there.
With the exception of Sam Harrell.
You've taken Sam out, you've taken Jace out, and you've taken Maddox out, and you've brought in Cade Carlin and Anthony Weber, and taking Carter Brown out. So you know what? You're giving your guys that are coming off injury, some things like that, giving them a little bit of break. Handoff is going to go up the middle. Looking to see Drake Harris on the carry. Devin Egner on the stop for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, we called Egner's name a few times tonight. He's been in the Swanton backfield consistently tonight.
And here's what you don't want to see. Drake Harris a little slow to get up on this one.
Yeah, I don't know if we can see anything on the replay there. I didn't see anything that looked, but it looks like I was almost holding his knee there, which is not good for the Bulldogs.
One of the few timeouts we're going to get in the second half with the running clock, so we're going to take one with a 10 to Drake Harris on the field. You're on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at SheCanSTEM.com.
Welcome back here to Golden Bear Stadium. Drake Harris still down on the ground, being tended to by the Swanton trainer.
Yeah, it looks like he's up now and
limping off slowly.
Walking gingerly to the sideline, but good to see him walk.
Good to see him up
and walking off the field under his own power.
Any updated scores to Nora, 35 Paulding, nothing. That'll be a running clock for them in the second half. Defiance took the lead on Bath, 14-7. Van Wert, 13, Shawnee, 12. Archbold over Wauseon, 14-7. Ayersville, 14, Antwerp, 8.
I think that Van Wert Shawnee score may be a little bit closer than people expected, at least certainly than I expected. Looking at that
WBL is a weird conference this year.
It certainly is.
And we'll talk a little bit when we get a little bit of free time here about what happened at Elida last week. Wilson under center, long count, turns, hands it off. Eitneer, or is that Rico?
On a carry number 33.
33. Eitneer. So last week, talking to folks in Defiance, the grass at Elida was almost 2 inches high, and they were out with fire hoses watering it before the game to slow down the Defiance running attack. And you know, it's one of the things you can do on grass that you can't do on turf.
Right.
Turf is an equal footing for everybody.
That it is.
Grass fields, you know, as an old baseball player, short grass and long grass make a real difference in the infield.
Absolutely.
3rd down, 6 to go. Wilson takes the snap low, throws it out in the flat. I don't know if he got it. They're going to call it incomplete. Thought it was picked off for a minute. Couldn't get his hands under it.
Yeah, almost a second interception there for Carter Brown. Just a little low and unable to come up with that, but a nice play nonetheless.
Cade Carlin's going to put his heels on about the 45-yard line. Again, Bryan doing what they wanted to do, get off the field. We'll see. I see Jace has his helmet on down there. Well, all the Golden Bears do. We'll see if he's standing ready to come in and get one more series out of him. Snap low, picked up, kick, nice booming kick. Going to drive Cade back inside his own 35 to the 32 where he made a fair catch. We are going to see, it looks like the starting offense come out for at least one series here. Remember, folks, we're at a running clock here in the second half with Bryan leading by 35. Let's go over the running clock rules. Change of possession, touchdowns.
The only 2 times.
And injury timeouts.
That it stops, yep.
You know, teams still have their 3 timeouts. You can take a timeout if you want to make a substitution. But other than that, you're going to see the play running. Even if you go out of bounds, the clock's going to keep running. Golden Bears start 1st and 10 at their own 32. Going to be one more handoff to Sam. He's going to get over the right-hand side. Once again, dragging people forward out to near the 40. Keeping the ball moving. Almost a gain of 7 on that one.
On the carry for Bryan, number 6. Sam Harrell.
Yeah, the Bears they've had a lot of success tonight. Pretty much, I say, doing whatever they've wanted to, but a lot of success on that right side of the line. That the whole line has done a really nice job tonight. Well, shout out to every member of that offensive line, really moving people off the ball tonight and creating a lot of holes for Sam, Damian Wolf, and Jace Kepler back there.
And again, it's a very basic defense, but we've had trouble with that 5-man look all year long. We're doing really well with tonight. Snap goes over Jace's head, just going to fall on it. And again, you know, folks, we don't want to just give all the credit to the rain, but when you're snapping the ball on the turf and it's wet, it comes off different.
It does.
Comes off a little hot.
Come off a little bit hotter, and then if you take your eye off it for a second, you're trying to recover. You know, it's already tough as it is, but you got a slick ball out there and just dealing with those conditions, which is good practice for us.
It's good practice.
For sure. So, and that's when I will say Jace obviously fell on it. You'd almost like to see him fall there in the kind of the cradle position to avoid kind of big. He's kind of on his knees a little bit, kind of opened himself up to not a necessarily cheap shot, but just something that, you know, they're all going for the ball, and you don't want to end up getting him hurt.
Drew Hahn comes in motion. They're going to give it in a little carry up the middle. Sam's going to spin his way out over the 35. We're going to mark him right at about the 35. Going to bring up 4th down and 7.
Number 6, Sam Harrell.
Going to look like they're there. They're going to jog the punt team on. I wasn't sure if they're going to bring the punt team on or not. Or
they almost acted like they wanted to go for it there for a second. A conservative, good play call there on 3rd and long. You don't want to do anything silly with the football there. Up 35-0.
Jacob Uran back for his first punt of the night. Is that Mersing back deep for the Bulldogs? I believe that's number 10 back there. Snap, the punt, high kick. Mersing's going to call for the fair catch, and he's going to make it. Take the ball at the 33-yard line where Swanton will take over. First down, 10 to go. Looks like the Bears are running out about their same defense. I really think that they're looking to try to get that one-score cushion so we stay in that running clock.
Yeah, I think so too. And something I want to shout out really quickly is too, Jacob Uran has done a nice job punting this year. Something a little bit, I would say underrated for the Bears. When he's got a nice leg. He's done a nice job in the kicking game. Kind of all the way around, a nice job for the Bears, both kicking and punting.
And when he's had to play defensive end, he's a freshman.
Yeah.
He's going to be a beast here in a couple years.
Absolutely.
Starters stay in for Swanton. Tight end, right. Two backs in the backfield. Pro set. Handoff is going to go over the left-hand side.
On the carry, number 33, Trent
Eitnier with the carry. I think they move Eitnier to the short to the fullback position. Cody Schaefer on the tackle for Bryan. Haven't said a whole lot, but been hearing his name a lot tonight on stops.
Yeah, I would say we've had a lot of 33 meeting 33 in the hole tonight. And, again, we talked about it earlier in the broadcast that having Cody Schaefer out there, able to spell Sam on defense, he's just done a really nice job filling holes, running sideline to sideline, just doing a nice job from his linebacker position.
Second down, 8 to go. Wilson looking over his shoulder at his backs. Call. Again, that little shovel pitch out to the left. Nowhere to go this time. Well read by the Bears. He's going to push the pile forward for about 3. But well read that time by Bryan. That was the same play that went for 35 in the first half.
Yep, and we talked about the adjustments that Bryan made, last week to seeing, when Evergreen was running off the left-hand side. Okay, right there he made an adjustment. You saw that earlier. Went for a big gain. This time, stopped him for a very short gain. And the other thing that Bryan has done, I think, particularly well tonight is getting hats to the football. Pursuit has been very, very good tonight. You're not just seeing 1 or 2 guys in on the tackle. It's 3, 4. Everyone's flying to the football, which is really good to see.
2 receivers split far to the left. Wilson under center. Tight end to the right. Back to pass, going to roll right. Going to be a little delayed handoff, almost a reverse Statue of Liberty play. Drake Harris is going to take it for the first down.
Yeah, Damian Harris here, watching the middle of your screen here. Not one, with the way this game is, but he literally got dragged to the ground in the middle of the play, and he literally got drugged to the ground. That's the textbook definition of holding last time I checked. But.
Well, and I'm not sure if that was a holding penalty or a horse collar tackle, because it looked like a little bit of both right there.
But I guess, you can do whatever the refs let you get away with, right?
And Damian just gets up shrugging, like, what? Oh, well. No penalty on the play. First down for Swanton. Clock running at 4.5 to go here in the third quarter. Running clock as Bryan's all over Swanton, 35-0. Wilson, pop pass, high over his target, incomplete.
Pass intended for number 5.
Now, I got to ask you a question on that one, though, partner. Is you're looking at that play, you're throwing the little pop pass over the middle to one of your tight ends. That tight end is, he's 6'4" too.
They do have some big,
they got some tall boys.
Yeah, and I like that play. I like that play call there. I'm surprised they didn't try some of that. Let me say a little earlier in this ball game. That's a decent little play call. Try to get us flying up, pop over the top. As a former tight end,
I like the play.
I love the pop pass.
A little mix up in the backfield. Wilson's going to go nowhere. Wrapped up, pushed back. They're going to give him forward progress to about the 49-yard line. But, I was thinking when I first saw it, I was like, why don't you throw that to Kovacevic?
Yep.
Because he's 6'5".
For sure.
But, well, you got Twin Towers out there.
I was saying the great thing with the pop passes, too, because what Swanton's done, in their pass game, they got a lot of 1- and 2-man routes, right? And the pop pass is a very simple 1-man route pass that, you get your linebackers flying up, which is what Bryan wants to do. Obviously, when you got a, run team that doesn't throw the ball well, you get them flying up, pop it right over. It's an easy pass, easy completion.
It's very safe.
You get
it's
7,
a safe
10,
pass.
15 yards.
Especially when you've got somebody 6'4" who can go post up like a power forward on the blocks. It's a very safe pass. Wilson back to pass, going to roll that. We're going to get a late flag come in. That's going to have to be motion. They got it this time. It's a dead ball foul.
Yes, last week we got everything mixed up. Offsides was, was we let it play on, or no, we call it dead on offsides. False start, we let it play on and then bring it back, which again, we had something on the scoreboard about the refs. They're all doing donating
we're
their time.
We're not giving them a bunch of grief. One of the things about last week that I called a buddy of mine who's an official out in California, and I asked him about the offsides call. He goes, if the official thought that he was unimpeded to the quarterback and could have made a play that would have bring an injury, you can blow it dead. And he was like, was he unimpeded? I said, I don't remember. So you can blow it dead on an offsides, but it's got to be either contact is made or it's an unimpeded to the quarterback. Wilson double fake, going to roll out, throws it downfield, has a receiver in and out of the hands.
And I tell you what, partner, if he would have caught that, he might have still been. He
had a long way to go. That was a really good pass that time. Connor Mitchell just had to go through his hands.
Yeah, easily the best pass of the night there for Swanton. Had him open, just to kind of hit him in the wickets and unable to come up with it.
You got a freshman quarterback. You got a bunch of juniors out there. You got a bunch of underclassmen. I think we saw a little bit right there of what Swanton's trying to be in the future.
Absolutely.
Waggle out that shorter quarterback, get those big receivers in space, and see what they can do. Punt, the kick, spiraling kick. Cage going to take it at his 21, brings it out over the 30. Nice ankle tackle that time, brought down at the 33.
Yeah, and I really like that out of Cade Carlin. You know, what we've talked about this on punts and kickoffs and everything. Get the ball, hit his crease, and go. And you see, if he would have danced there, probably doesn't even get the 7 or 8 yards that he got. Hit the crease, go, and take what you can get.
And I got to be honest. From a coaching standpoint, if I can get a punt return that's going to be 6-7 yards every time, I'm going to take that.
Absolutely.
I want to take a 6-7 yard return because you're taking a 35-yard punt and making it a 29 yard
Exactly.
punt. Quarter moving fast with this running clock, 1:09 to go. Two backs in the backfield. Going to be Sam over the right side again. Gets outside the hash, heads towards the numbers, cuts it upfield, drug down at about the 40.
On the stop, number 70, Michael Holtzberry.
Holtzberry on the stop. That funny number for a linebacker that we were talking about earlier in the game. He plays guard on offense, linebacker on defenses, and wears a 70.
Almost like Devin Brown wearing, what is he wearing? Is it 33 as quarterback?
I think so, yeah. Going to be up the middle once again. That's going to be Harold, enough for a first down.
Even though he's no longer starting for the Buckeyes, but, nonetheless, wearing an odd number as a quarterback.
Wearing a throwing Sammy Ball jersey.
Play results on a
Golden Bear first down. Not sure if we're going to run another one here in the quarter or not. 12 seconds to go in the quarter. It's amazing what that running clock does for things. It's going to be Sam again over the right side, over the 50, over the 40, 35, 30, down the sideline. Still stays in bounds, run out of bounds inside. Once again, the Swanton Lawn Service red zone. That's going to be the end of the quarter. End of the third. Bryan 35, Swanton nothing. Here on the Golden Bears Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
To the Bryan Golden Bear fans, those who made donations to the cause,
to the school board and administration,
and everyone who played a role in this project.
We just want to say
thank you.
Phase 2 of the capital improvement project includes field upgrades at Rec Park, a new softball field, and revitalization of soccer fields on the former Washington school property, and renewal of practice fields on the BCS campus. Let's finish the project and build champions.
Go Bears! Bryan Bill!
Welcome back here for fourth quarter action. I was just looking down on the sideline and smiling as Chase Kepler had his arms up in the air. He's done.
Yeah, yep. Doesn't want to be done. Get it as a senior, but it's a smart thing for the Bears.
Carlin hands off to Damian Wolf. He's going to carry it up inside the 10 to about the 7. Going to be enough for another Bryan first down. And something we've talked about all night tonight in the Stockman Lawn Service red zone for lawn care, snow removal, fertilizer, and spraying. Call Stockman Lawn Service at 419-636-6565. 7-2.
Yeah, that's always the tough thing, I think, as a senior, is you never truly want to come out. I remember being back in those days, like, you don't want to come out of the game, but it really is what's smart for both Sam, Jason, and all those seniors that are not playing right now.
Damian Wolf over the left-hand side, good for a Golden Bear touchdown. Nice hard. We're seeing a lot of nice hard runs from Damian Wolf tonight too.
Absolutely. Yeah, he always runs so hard. Really impressed with him coming out of the backfield.
And he's going to be the bell cow next year.
He is. Absolutely. And this is great, again, to prepare for that.
Big touchdown, Carlin on for the extra point to make this one 42-0. So if you notice, the clock is still running. A little bit of confusion on the Golden Bear sideline about players in, players out. Looks like we're going to come in and go for two, but we're waiting for someone to come in. I think the Golden Bears are going to have to waste the timeout, and they do. Timeout, Bryan. Little confusion where they're going for one or two. Sam ran onto the field late, decided to take the timeout to talk about it. We'll take probably our last break of the game for our sponsors on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Discover tremendous scholarship opportunities at Northwest State. Over the past 2 years, we have awarded nearly $2 million in foundation scholarships. That's free money for college. Don't miss out. Apply today.
STEM is everywhere, like here, behind the scenes of The Walking Dead. STEM can create new worlds on and off the screen. The only limit is your imagination. Get inspired at shecanstem.com.
Here we are back after the timeout. We are going to just kick, and maybe that was Sam didn't get out for his edge assignment out there on the right edge. Snap, the hold, the kick is up, splits the uprights, it's good. 42-0, Bryan in a game that has been all Golden Bears. Quick shout out to our sponsors here tonight again. Andres O'Neill and Lowe, Bryan Athletic Boosters, Bryan Parks and Rec, the Daniel Van Atta Agency, Fackler Monument, Jason Dietsch Automotive Services, Newcomer Schaefer, Spangler and Breininger, Northwest State Community College, Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, Starks Plumbing and Heating, Veteran Services of Williams County. Well, third quarter went quick. We got a score to start. The fourth.
I said we blinked. I feel like we blinked and the third quarter's over already, and we're a minute and a half into the fourth.
There's something about a running clock that, you know, when you're on this side of the win, the running clock isn't nearly as fun. When you're on the other side of it, as a player, as an announcer, as a coach, it's like, let's just get out of here and go home.
Absolutely.
Another nice kickoff, going to bounce. Oh, going to scoot into the end zone. Almost set up there at the 1 yard line.
Just by the nose of the football, that sat right on the goal line.
That is going to be, you kind of wonder if that has been the regular kickoff for Bryan. You almost wonder if somewhere in the back of their mind, the hope is we're going to get one of those before the season's over.
Yep, and that wouldn't that be a huge momentum shift against Owasion and Archbold, you know, maybe a playoff game to get something like that.
A routine kickoff you think is going to go in the end zone, stops at the 1 and you fall on it.
Yep. And it's those special teams plays that, you know, go back to week 1. What changed the complexion of that whole game? Special teams plays. Run up the middle for Swanton.
On the carry, number 40, Hudson Pankos.
Hudson Pankos on the carry as Swanton is emptying their bench a little bit as well.
Yeah, and you like to see at this point, I think we've done wholesale changes on our defense. I don't see, I think Cody Schaefer's still out there, and so is Damian Wolf. But, you know, good to see, you know, some young guys getting some experience here in the fourth quarter.
Quarterback change as well for the Bulldogs. He's the one that we didn't have on our roster earlier. He was on our roster as 13. He's really number 12.
Marquise
Zalecki. That'd be a nice little pass and pitch and catch out there on the right-hand side on the sideline.
Yeah, we'll see this on the replay here. That was a nice rollout pass and way to keep those feet in bounds. That's not always an easy catch there along the sideline. I know they work on that in practice and things like that. Nice little catch there along the sideline.
8:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. Third down, 1 to go. Zalecki coming in from the sideline. And again, both of the quarterbacks, even though they've got the number 2 quarterback, they're both freshmen.
Yep.
Going to split 2 to the near side. fullback run up the middle going to be enough for a Swanton first down. Just good old-fashioned fullback power.
Yep, and just fall forward there for that. It was a full yard that they needed there. Tough run to get the first down.
On the stop for Bryan, number 65, Logan Carter.
Seeing a lot of players running in and out. Logan Carter on the stop for the Golden Bears. Tight end to the left. One receiver each way, two backs in the backfield behind Zalecki. Going to roll this way. Looks to keep. Tries to get the edge. Gets nice chase and drag down that time. Good pursuit by Cody Schaefer.
Yeah, and we've seen it all night. We've really seen him come on throughout the year. Just that he runs the field, very, very well from his linebacker position. Just another great play there by Cody Schaefer.
There's not a lot of quarterbacks that are going to beat him on a foot race trying to get around the edge.
Mm-hmm. And that's great to have out of basically your middle linebacker position.
It is. When you've got a middle linebacker that can run like a safety, you don't often see that at this level.
No.
That's college level where your middle linebackers are as fast as your quarterbacks and, at the NFL. But that's great play, and then able to still get in and stick your head in and make plays like that.
Absolutely.
As once again, Cody Schaefer's getting off the pile.
And those are the guys you want to make your plays, right? D-line eats up blocks. Linebackers read, react, make plays. And, you don't want to be making 5 yards downfield, but your linebackers reading keys, getting up there, making stops at the line of scrimmage.
Vince Taylor in on that stop as well for the Golden Bears. 3rd down, 5 to go. Ball set at the 37 as we are almost halfway through this 4th quarter. Bryan leading Swanton 42-0. Twins to the far side of the field, two backs in the backfield, tight end to the left. Zalecki takes the snap, going to roll to his right, trying to get the edge, gets the edge, going to move the chains, I believe enough for another Swanton first down.
A nice little drive they're putting together here with the second stringers in. You can kind of third and mediums, things like that, keeping the chains moving. Nice little drive that Swan's putting together.
One of the nice things that I've seen Zalecki brings that we didn't see a whole lot out of Wilson was he's not afraid to pull it down and run it. But I guess when you're a 5'7", 132-pound quarterback,
maybe a little
playing
hesitant.
with the big boys, it's a little different. Once again, under center, as we've seen for almost everything except for those little shovel passes. Handoff up the middle, nowhere to go, met by an entire host of purple jerseys and yellow helmets.
And just the pursuit by the Bears tonight. Both you've seen it out of the first stringers, and you've seen it out of the second team guys. They've been flying to the football tonight. Again, that's just really good to see defensively for the Bears.
Longoria on the stop for the Golden Bears. And one of the cool things is that the crowd's kind of diminished down with the cold and the rain, but the student section really cheering on the underclassmen every time their name goes out over the PA.
Which is awesome to see.
It's awesome to see.
Your fellow students supporting you out there for kind of your first time, maybe not just your first time, but one of the times you're getting out there on a Friday night. It's awesome to see.
Bryan pushing up in press coverage on the outside. Kind of like to see that. They run the pop pass again. A little bit short.
And had him there. Had him open and hits him in the chest. He might still be running there for a touchdown.
It's interesting to see. One of the things we don't see a lot out of this Golden Bear defense is that time Bush and Carlin, they came up on their receivers. Full press coverage on this side. Didn't think about the tight end on the other side.
Exactly, right? Forgot about him, which is often what happens. You forget about your tight end.
Clock running inside 4.5. 42-0 Bryan. 3rd down, 11 to go for Swanton. Again, they step up in press coverage. So like he's going to roll this side. He's going to keep. He's going to come this side. Out to the 45. Met brought down.
12 on the keeper for Swanton.
Going to be 4th down.
Yeah, we'll see what Swanton decides to do here. I think at this point in the game,
on the stop.
I think at this point in the game, what the heck?
Why not
go for it?
You went for it at about this same position with a fake punt in the first half. You got to give the kids a shot.
You got nothing to lose. I mean, it's under 4 minutes, 4th quarter, running clock late. Your second stringers are in. Let them go make a play.
And if Bryan gets the ball back, they're probably only going to run 3 plays.
Yeah.
So
and that'll be
a ball game.
I'd almost go back to that pop pass here. It kind of caught us sleeping a little bit. I think he'd run the pop pass.
It's worked twice. They just haven't been able to connect. And I think Swanton's going to talk about it. Swanton is going to talk about it. Timeout. We'll take a break with them here on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
Fourth down, 6 to go, 7 to go for Swanton here in a ball game that's basically been over since the first quarter. 42-0. Bryan leads this one, 3:26 to go. On your main stop on Northwest Ohio scoreboard, open when you need them. You're always near a main stop with Thirsty Thursday every Thursday. Twins to the right, tight end to the left. Zalecki looking back, coming under center. Let's see if they run the pop pass. Let's see if Bryan reads it. Want to run him back. They're going to run him on a sweep. Nice tackle out there for the Golden Bears. Is that Schaefer again?
Yeah, Schaefer again. Again, he just reads that rollout so well and is able to pursue the quarterback and stop him there short of the line of game.
I was keeping an eye on the tight end. They ran a drag that time, which is perfect with the quarterback rolling out, but once he got outside the hash, he didn't look downfield at all.
Yeah, and that was good coverage by the Bears there on the back end, and didn't give quarterback any options there downfield.
First down, 10 to go for the Golden Bears. Cade Carlin in at quarterback. Cody Schaefer in at running back. Is that Alex Schellenberger back there as well?
I say 25.
Or is that a 25, not a 22? Snap goes high, direct snap to Cody Schaefer, and he's going to break it. 40, 30, 25, 24-yard line. Let's see if our Welding Construction replay has that one. High snap. Cody Schaefer just took it right away from Cade Carlin, and we played a little bit of Wildcat there.
And a touchdown-saving tackle there by Dennis Robinson, number 80. But Schaefer about broke it.
About broke it. Every now and then broken plays go the right way. First down, 10 to go, ball at the 25, clock rolling inside a minute 45. Carlin takes the snap. Going to be a handoff. Not really anywhere to go.
Number 40, Hudson Pankos. On the carry for Bryan, number 25.
Everybody up here is wondering who 25 is. We don't have it on our roster.
No, we don't. We go 24 to 27. Looks like we're just going to knee this one out at this point. I always wonder about the knee from the shotgun. You know, I know you don't get under center very often, but I've always wondered about
as a quarterback, I don't want that.
No.
That's -4 to my rushing total.
That's what I'm saying. Which now they started stepping up a little bit, which then I think just invites, you know, if someone's coming through the line and you're stepping up. And
the one thing it does is it prevents the tush fumble.
Yes, it does.
It does prevent the tush fumble. Let's see, does Bryan have to snap it one more time? We do. We got to snap it one more time to wrap this one up. Third down, 13, 42 to nothing. All Golden Bears. One more snap. There's about 8 seconds between the game clock and the play clock. Snap, kneel it down, and that's going to be it. Your final from here at Golden Bear Stadium tonight. Golden Bears, all Golden Bears, 42 to nothing over Swanton. One of the things I was hoping for when this one came out was this would be a lunch pail game. Come out, do your work, go home.
And that's
punch the clock.
And that's exactly what the Bears did, right? We talked about it from the jump. Don't let this be a trap game. Don't let Swanton hang around. Don't let them, you know, this a win tonight would have made their season. They're not necessarily in the playoff hunt, anything like that. This would have been their Super Bowl tonight that, hey, we knocked off Bryan. Bears took care of business, like I said, and brought their lunch pail, did their business, and took care of business.
Get to go home.
From the jump, scoring on 5 of 5 drives in the first half was big. You did what you were supposed to do tonight.
And the big thing is, truly, tonight, the big thing is nobody got hurt.
Absolutely.
No injuries tonight.
Absolutely.
So taking a look around our scoreboard before we send it off to our first post-game break, before we come back to wrap it up. Holgate 8, Toledo Christian 6. Fairview still over Wayne Trace in the fourth, 16-12. Liberty Center all over Evergreen, 48-6. No surprises there. Tenora 49. Paulding nothing. Defiance has stretched their lead over Bath, which is good for the Golden Bears. 22-7. Now our neighbors from Defiance are helping us out. Napoleon 21, Clay 13. Ayersville 14, Antwerp 8 in the third. Van Wert over Shawnee 20-12. Archbald 21, Wauseon 14. Wouldn't mind facing that Wauseon team coming off of a loss.
Absolutely.
St. Mary's 44, Kenton 24, Eden 48, Hilltop nothing, PH 44, Delta 7, Pillier over Northwood 14-7, Edgerton 21, Hicksville 6. I believe those are most of the scores of interest. 42-0 here in a game that was all Golden Bears from the very beginning.
Yes, it was. And again, we kind of talked about all night, take care of business, and that's exactly what the Golden Bears tonight. You got the run game going early, you mixed in the pass, your defense got stops, you got guys flying to the football. You did everything you were supposed to do tonight. You chalk it up, obviously, as another win, and you move into now, I'm going to say a 2-game season, and it's week by week, and you look forward to, you look forward to Wauseon, you look forward to Archbold, and you take it one game at a time and see how it all shakes out.
So now I've got to look, hey, Chris, got to talk to my partner for next week who's down there who does the coaches show every week. After a big win like this, Coach Redhead's up in the booth because of the knee on the cold night, something we may see a little more of. May see a little bit more of him in the booth. You know, I think that there is something about the bird's eye view that does help.
It does. You see, up here, you see the whole field. You're seeing, I want to say bits and pieces down there. It's much tougher to see the whole field. We can see everything up here. So yeah, there is something to. You don't see a lot of head coaches coaching from the booth, but that's why to me your coordinators and everything are oftentimes up in the booth because you can see the whole dang field and see what's going on, motions, where they're shifting, things like that, and call plays obviously accordingly.
So we're going to take one last break for our sponsors. We'll come right back because we're going to wrap things up here on the Golden Bear Sports Network where Bryan wins tonight all over Swanton 42-0. You're on the Golden Bear Sports Network.
Why do so many people travel to Jason Eats Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason Dietsch Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
Let's play together. Bryan, Ohio will have a new inclusive playground on the site of the former Lincoln Elementary School. An inclusive playground is a place for children and families of all physical, mental, and social abilities to learn, play, and grow together. We are currently raising funds with the goal of starting construction this fall. The Lincoln Park Inclusive Playground Project is an initiative of Bryan Parks and Recreation using a project fund at the Bryan Area Foundation. To learn more or make a donation, visit bryanareafoundation.org.
Here at the Williams County Veteran Service Office, our mission is plain and simple. We are here to serve our local Williams County veterans and their dependents. We are staffed with trained service officers who have the compassion and understanding to assist their fellow veterans in obtaining all federal and state benefits that they have earned. Additionally, we provide emergency financial assistance and transportation to VA medical centers. So if you're a veteran or a dependent of a veteran, stop in today and see how we can help you at the Williams County Veteran Service Office.
At Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory, we understand that family is at the heart of everything we do.
Being family-owned and family-focused is not just a slogan for us, it's a way of life. We walk alongside you during life's most challenging moments, providing a guiding hand and a shoulder to lean on.
With heartfelt care and attention to detail, we tailor each service to honor the life and the memories of your loved one. We treat you like family because your journey is our journey.
Oberlin, Turnbull Funeral Home and Crematory. Family-owned, family-focused.
Welcome back here to Bryan. Reminder to everybody, big tri-match volleyball tomorrow morning starting at 10. Lima Central Catholic, Coldwater, and your Golden Bears. Big three-way.
Absolutely. Yeah. Come check that one out or catch the live stream.
Live stream will be on bryansports.com and on WOSN. Tonight, all Golden Bears 42-0. Final thoughts.
Yeah. Again, the last 2 weeks, the Bears did what they were supposed to do. 2, I'm going to say, confidence-building games heading into now. Once you got everything in front of you, go 2-0. You're looking at maybe hosting a playoff game. And you know what? How special would that be for this group of seniors, for this team, for this community? Again, with not just the turf and everything else, first home playoff game in 10 years. 10 years. And so that's what you got in front of you. And it's not pressure. It's not, go play tight. It's go play loose, go have fun, and roll the dice and see what happens.
And next week is huge. Winning 2, I think we're guaranteed we're going to host.
Mm-hmm.
You go 1-1, we're going to need some help to host.
Yep.
I think that when you look at the points difference, the teams below us would have to do a lot of work to get ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to take care of business next week because you don't want to come back with a must-win against your rival on the final night of the year.
Yep.
You don't want that. You don't want that in the equation.
No.
You want to be able to come out and play that one loose and free and
Absolutely.
not feel that extra pressure
Absolutely.
that comes when you get into a must-win. We talk about it all the time in the NBA playoffs, in the hockey playoffs, in baseball. Game 7s are a big deal.
Absolutely.
You don't want to get to a Game 7.
No, you don't, because you go 2-0. You may look at I'm confident that we'll be hosting. So
somebody's going to come here.
Flip side, you go 0-2. You may be out. Maybe, don't know. Depends how things shake out. Maybe out completely. So this is the season. This is this is what you play for. This next 2 weeks, this is put yourselves in that position. It's like I said, it's what you play for.
So we'll be back with you next week from Wauseon. Difference in Wauseon next week is because of streaming rights. We will not be on bryansports.com for the live stream. We'll be on the radio live, but then the game will be up on our YouTube page immediately following the game. But we won't have the live stream for you next week. So, to wrap things up here, we still got one more left between you and me, partner, at least one more.
Yes, we do.
But a huge thanks to our director, Krista Bruner, on cameras tonight, John Tripodi and Florence Jones, Nathan Keel and Teresa Kuzma here at Bryan High School, who always do a wonderful job, Rick Armentrout at WQCT, Nick Fraley at WOSN, Golden Bear Photography, Matt Neff and Stephanie Ponzak. Our executive producer here at the Golden Bear Sports Network is my partner next week, Chris Malanga. Tonight's broadcast on bryansports.com or on WOSN Saturday at 4. WOSN can be found on Spectrum Channel 19 or over-the-air Channel 26.1. Next Friday night, we'll travel to Wauseon to face the Indians. Pregame with Chris and I will begin at 6:30. This broadcast is produced by the Golden Bear Sports Network for the private use of our listening and watching audience. Any duplication or other use of this broadcast, including descriptions or accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Bryan City School District, is prohibited. One final time for all of us here at the Golden Bear Sports Network. With Derek Hug, I've been Dave Brobston. Your final score, Golden Bears all over Swanton, 42-0. Have a great night. God bless.